This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 1997 Ford F250. It's a two-door extra cab. It's an XLT, which is cloth. It's a 7.3 turbo diesel, and it's four-wheel drive. Best of all, it's a 5-speed manual transmission. This thing has 181,600 miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in Salt Lake City. It's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. If you want to know more about that, there's a little animated video we have in our ads that tells you why. But basically, it's the attorneys for the insurance companies wanting to make sure that this is their last experience with this vehicle after paying out a fortune. They don't want to see it ever again. So their way of doing that is making sure that it's a salvage title. That way, if you kill yourself in it, it doesn't go back to them at any point. Salvage title basically tells you that it's not guaranteed for anything. All right. Anyway, these are the tires that came on it. When we brought it in, we do a inspection. Usually lasts about 2 hours. This is what they look like. And then I got my little cheat sheets over here. I'll tell you what we did. Unfortunately, it needed a brand new manual transmission. So it got a remanufactured transmission from LKQ. They have LKQs all over the country. So it has a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on the transmission. We'll get you the invoice in a whole bit if you're the buyer. Let's see. Got a new clutch, new flywheel, rear shocks, wiper blades, Rotella oil and filter, glow plug relay, front and rear pads and drums, axle seals, and wheel bearings. It does not have a catalytic converter. It did have a little exhaust leak, so we had to fix it with some new tubing, and that is that. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you what this thing's all about. Obviously, it's a 97, so it's going to have stuff, but for a 97, this thing looks pretty damn good. Really good, actually. Came from Salt Lake, so it was in the snow. You would expect some rust, but on the exterior, not very much, if any. I see some tiny little dots of it right there, but get some pictures of this thing on the interior. I think my detail shop did some painting on the interior, on the undercarriage to clean it up a little bit and protect it a little bit. You can see a little bit on the edges here, but that's not even close to poking through. Tires all the way around are probably about 50% tread. That's the biggest thing I've seen on this truck right there. Rear bumper looks good. We have a gooseneck in the bed. A rhino liner. Here's your hitch and your plug. Dual tanks. That's kind of cool. There's nothing on this side, so it must have been, that side must have been the side parked out against the snow to have that little line around that rear wheel. All right, I'm going to fire this thing up. Jason's going to come out here and help me. I'm in a manual, so obviously I can't do a video and have a manual transmission. He's going to open up the hood for me right now. Do the windows. There's the driver window, passenger window, door locks. Seats look fantastic. We did a little repair right here. Our mobile repair guy came in. There's a tear from here to here. That's fixed. There's your back seat. Looking great. Let's see, it does have a tilt wheel. There you go. There's your front and rear tanks. Let's see if we see it move. There it goes. Yeah, that's on the rear, so it's going down. So the rear has less than the front. Now I'm going to put it back on the front. There's the front tank. And it's going back up. That's the way it's supposed to be. 181,564. 5-speed manual. All right, let's look under the hood. You want to take off the oil cap for me? It's about 900 degrees, so good luck with that. Little bit of blow by, not bad. For a 7.3 that's almost old enough to go drinking, that's pretty good. It's really good for a 7.3. There it is. All right, Jason's gonna drive it for me. I'm gonna continue yapping. There's the passenger window, door locks. Behind the seat here. I better get in here pretty quick because my phone's starting to get really warm. You do have a lighter, and you do have a manual, factory manual. That's kind of unusual to see. All right, what do we got here? We have air. Air's working on all the settings. It's blowing cold. I can attest that because it's about 109 right now. Lovely out. Radio works fine. Obviously, you got CD player, blah, blah, blah. What's in here? Just more truck. All right, Jason's going to drive it. We're going to put it in what?
4 high.
4 high.
4 high reverse.
There you go. As I said, it's got a new clutch and flywheel also. So you have a warranted transmission. Now we're in low.
4 low.
Reverse. That's 4 low, for sure. That's definitely 4 low. I can walk faster. All right, so now we're going to what, 2-wheel? All right, now we're in 2-wheel drive. So, let's see. What do I need to tell you? This is on a salvage title. If you come to Tucson to drive it home, which you're welcome to do, you're going to need plates and insurance. You can't get those on a salvage title. We have to take it to the police and get it inspected. They do a thing called the level 3 inspection. After that, we'll have what's called the restored salvage title. Then you can get plates and insurance. So that is mandatory if you're going to come and pick it up. We charge $200 to do that inspection for you before you get here. 50 goes to the state, 150 goes to us to cover our guy who gets up about 6 in the morning, gets it there about 8, and waits for it. They used to let us sit there and actually they used to let us leave it there and pick it up later, but now they require us to stay, so it could be anywhere from a couple minutes to many hours, depending on how busy the police are that day. So that's $200, $250 dock fee, and taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is, say, 3%, you come here, you're going to pay 5% tax. That's your 3 plus R2, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. But I still strongly urge you to add $200 to that and have us restore it before it leaves. If you don't, you're probably going to regret it, just because either you'll have a huge line or you won't have enough documentation. All we can provide you with is the Arizona salvage title, the bill of sale, and the truck itself. We're going to road test this right now on the worst roads in America. So my phone's bouncing around like, because we're in a 3/4 ton truck with a manual transmission on a road that if you built this road in like some Central African country, you'd be fired. That's how bad this road is. I mean, I'm 4-wheeling. Jesus Christ. Could you have picked a better road?
We're testing the suspension.
Yeah, we are testing the suspension. Jesus. Well, in a minute we'll be on I-10, and then we can test highway speeds. Right now we're just trying to survive. God almighty. Actually, for a 97, it's not rattling at all. Feels good. Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. That's rare. Tight steering in a 97. Heck, tight steering in a 2014 Ford, huh? Yeah. They're not famous for that. So, anyway, if you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, like I said. But please add that $200 and have us restore it. Unless you're 100% positive you can get it done yourself. Deposit is $500. Once we get a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it's for sale. Once we have a deposit, we will put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. We know what we have here. This is a 97. This is the motor. This is, whenever we have a 97, it's a fist fight for these trucks. And then you put in the manual transmission that happens to be brand new with a brand new clutch, brand new flywheel, and looking like this is going to be an all-out war. So I strongly suggest you get your deposit in. If you don't get your deposit in, if you decide to make a bid, we accept it at 8 in the morning and you're going to deposit it when you get home, it's most likely going to be a disappointing day because you're probably going to lose it during that day. It's happened quite a few times in the last month or so that exact scenario has played out. So get your deposit in. Now we're going to go on to I-10. Actually a frontage road, same thing. This thing's quiet for what it is, for a manual, of course. It's got 8 miles in the transmission, so I would expect a fairly quiet tranny, huh? Anyway, we are doing 65 and very smooth. Nothing to report here. That being said, I'm going to give you my speech. This does not include the transmission, as it does have a warranty, and LKQs are pretty much everywhere. So if this transmission were to break, which is very unlikely, you can go get a new one. We paid about $2,300 for the clutch. We have $2,800 in parts between the clutch, flywheel, and the transmission, without the labor in. So yeah, we could have set this thing to the auction and just said, you know, we're not doing it. But these things are so rare, and this one looked really good that we stuck with it. Anyway, the warranty speech. It's out of warranty. Ford built it in 1997. That would be a long time ago. So please recognize that you're not buying a new vehicle. You're buying a vehicle that was given a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty in 1997. And the reason they only gave it that is because the people who actually built it had no idea what would happen after that many years or that many miles. If they don't know, there's no chance that we can know at 181,000 miles what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen in the transmission, and if anything did happen to it, we know what you can do. But the motor, the rest of the truck, we have no idea. We're very good at this. We wouldn't save a car like this, spend that kind of money on this truck, if we didn't think it was worth the money and it was a good vehicle. That being said, we don't know if it's going to need an injector or a windshield wiper motor or, you know, a window motor next week or the day you get it. We don't know. If we did, we'd be zillionaires. We'd all retire, like tomorrow. We'd buy every good car and avoid all the bad cars at every auction in the country, and we'd be rich overnight. So my point of this is that there is some responsibility on the buyer. If you're not able to deal with risk, if you're not able to deal with the fact that you're getting a lot of truck for what you're paying, and that even though you're getting a lot of truck, there might be something wrong with it the day you get it, and you may have to take it and get it fixed, then don't buy it. Buy a brand new one. Although I don't think that they make manuals anymore, so that might be kind of hard, and I know they don't make 7.3s anymore. That'll be really hard. And this 7.3 happens to have beautiful cold air, a brand new tranny, flywheel, clutch, new oil and filter, bunch of, you know, stuff. The brakes are all new. I mean, there's really nothing that can happen here other than you not changing the oil and putting an air filter in it once in a while. That's pretty much all that can go wrong. But you never know. So please, just buy new if you're you know, a nervous person, and buy our vehicle knowing that if it gets to you and needs to get it fixed, we're not fixing it. Okay? That is the bottom line. Everything that we know, we have disclosed. If there was something wrong that we didn't fix, we would tell you. And that's that. I'll take 40 to 60 HD pictures. There'll be a little device that'll allow you to zoom in on it. There'll be a copy of the title in the ad. And that's it. Thank you for your time.